How big a deal is this in particular for you, since you're kind of from a place that was split allegiance, maybe?
I think no matter what the circumstances, being at Ohio State and playing in this program, this game is huge, you know. It's the biggest rivalry in all of sport. You know, it's something we look forward to year-round. So to get to be able to compete in this rivalry is huge for me.
Does it make any difference that they're having a down year, that it's not a battle of highly ranked teams?
No, absolutely not. That makes no difference, just because the tradition and the history that goes with this program, or this rivalry, and both these programs, it's always a tough game no matter what. You know, records don't matter in this one. It's always a smash mouth tough game. So we're prepared to get their best shot, and they're going to get ours too. So you know, the records aren't really a big deal this week.
Your coach actually referred to Michigan by name. What's the consequence for him?
No consequence for him. It's his deal, but I don't think you'll hear me call the team by name.
Do you have friends, family members, well, not maybe family members, but friends certainly that you grew up with who remain Michigan fans who are still friends of yours?
I think all my friends who, you know, guys that I'm still friends with, kind of, if they were fans of that school, they're more fans of me now. So they switch their allegiances. I don't think anybody I'm really that close with is fans of the school up north. So you know, if I find out, we're gonna have a problem.
Jake, during the course of a season, when you watch your rivals struggle like they have, do you take any satisfaction in seeing them? I mean, you know what I mean?
You know, we have our own stuff going during the week, so we don't pay a ton of attention to, you know, outside teams and other teams that, you know, are, you know, maybe struggling, like you said. But, you know, like I said before, the records don't matter this week. It's going to be a tough game, and every inch matters, and every yard's harder to get, just because of, you know, how tough this game is and the rivalry and everything.
Jack, have you noticed a change in intensity with Coach Meyer since Saturday night?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he flipped a switch right after the game. He told us Sunday, he was like, you know, this victory has been enjoyed, and it's a big week for us, so we got to start moving forward. And we started preparing Sunday afternoon, I guess yesterday afternoon, for this one, just because I think we all realize how huge of a week this is.
Do you think he'll coach you differently this week than, I mean, I guess you've been through it once before with him. What changes during the week?
I think, you know, everybody just realizes how, you know, the magnitude of this game and this rivalry. You know, I can't stress enough how big of a rivalry it is, and for these younger guys, I think it's going to be a learning experience for them, just so they can kind of see how a week like this is handled. But as far as coaching differences, I think everybody steps it up a notch, and you know that goes for players also.
What's it like at that stadium? What would you tell younger players who haven't been there?
I'd say strap up and be ready, because it's a really cool environment. Ton of people. You know, it's your classic. I think when you think of college football and think of a big game, that's, you know, the Horseshoe and, you know, Penn State and that one up there. I think those all kind of are those classic college stadiums that you think of when you think of a big-time college football game.
Jack, last time you guys were up there, you lost a close game at the end of a tough season. What's it going to be like to have a chance to go into Michigan Stadium now and maybe show the people in Michigan what this team has become since then?
I think, you know, we want to go up there and do our thing. We kind of put the past behind us, and you know, we're not worrying about that as much as we are this year moving forward. And you know, obviously it's a Big Ten road game to go along with it, so it's going to be a tough one to win. But you know, as far as, you know, owing people and all that, that's not as much as, you know, that's not as important to us as, you know, the game itself. And because, you know, like I said, the history and the tradition so rich that goes with this one, that, you know, every year's a new year, and you just want to win the one in front of you.
How closely do
you let that, you know, obviously the past is the past, but that was a tough one up there. You never want to lose a rivalry game. Do you have that in the back of your head? Does that form any motivation at all as a guy who went through that?
Sure. I mean, you never want to lose a game, and, you know, obviously losing that one's tough. So, you know, I don't, you know, have amnesia about it. I definitely remember it, and you know, any time you go on the road, you want to come back with a big win, especially this one. So I think we all kind of know, you know, what we have to do to go up there and be successful.
How closely have you followed their offensive line struggles? I mean, obviously you guys your guys' line's played great, and theirs hasn't. How much have you followed that?
Not a ton. You know, like I said, we don't have time to focus on other people's, struggles or successes just because, we have to handle our business in our line room. So I know they have some great players up there, and, I don't know necessarily, if they are struggling, I don't know what's going on. But, that's not a huge deal. That's just because we have to improve and we have things that we have to fix. And when you start focusing on other people's stuff, that's when stuff goes wrong.
What do you see in their
Myers
defense?
said that he thinks that Braxton's playing perhaps some of the best he's ever played here, and confidence-wise, he's showing that. Do you see a confidence level in him that you might not have seen as much, even going back, maybe a month and a half ago when, things weren't going that great for him?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as a player, when you're playing really well, you have a lot of confidence, and he made some great plays as a quarterback on Saturday that, gave us all a lot of confidence in him. And obviously, he's been throwing the ball really well. We saw him run like he hasn't run in a long time, and that was really cool to see also. And, we're just excited about his future moving forward.
You look back at the Northwestern game, it was it's like first, second game back. There were talks of Kenny playing more, and Coach Meyer said he was close to even potentially yanking him in that game. When you look back at that, how much different is he now than maybe he was at that point?
As the season goes on, everybody gets better. You hit mid-season form, and you get more comfortable, with schemes and stuff. So I think that's happening to him right now. Maybe a little more delayed, just because he missed time in the beginning of the season. But he's playing great ball right now, and I think we're all really proud of him.
What do you think of their defense? I mean,
Last question, then I'm moving tables.
They've struggled a little bit offensively, but defensively, they've played well, and their defense is ranked pretty high in the country. What do you think of their defense?
I was just watching film, and they got a lot of great players, tough guys. They do some stuff, but that's the Big Ten for you right there. Good D lines, tough linebackers, and we're going into it with smash mouth mentality. And if you want to go on the road and win a big rivalry game in the Big Ten, you gotta bring your rushing attack. So I think that's something we take pride in, and hopefully when we go up there, we're prepared for everything they have.
Jack,
Thanks, Jack.
Jack.
Thanks, Jack.